connection between the micro and macro worlds. Returning to the micro world, we can draw some conclusions, namely that a neuron, a living cell, or any other object in the micro world has everything necessary inside. Yes, exactly, everything is inside under a protective shell, meaning that somewhere inside, in the center, there is a nucleus. And yet this very core was somehow hidden under a shell. Why was this core enclosed by a shell? It is already inside, under protection, like all the other necessary elements, ribosomes, lysosomes, centrioles, Golgi apparatus, and so on. Precisely all those elements that contribute to the cell's autonomy. But what kind of autonomy can we talk about if the energy source, that is, the nucleus, is closed? Accordingly, they switch the autonomous electrical device to a slower information transmission. Chemical transmission, which is much slower in terms of speed and also has higher energy costs, but where this so-called extra energy goes and who feeds on it, that is another question. So, we have determined that everything necessary for the autonomy of that cell, the neuron and so on, is inside, under the shell, protected from all external influences. Only if we broaden our view will we begin to notice that everything, from small to large, is arranged according to the same algorithm, namely the core. And its components are inside. In the fruits of plants, the seed and mesocarp are inside, under the exocarp, under the skin, under protection. Let's move on. Widen our perspective. The head of people or any other creatures. Brains, vessels, glands, and so on, all inside, in the bone skull and under the skin, protected, and there are thousands of such examples, so that we don't list the entire world around us now. Alright, let's go further, expanding our perspective to the scale of our world. And what do we see? We see the Earth, where there seems to be a crust as well. That is, the Earth's crust, only everything is no longer inside. And how did it happen that up to the scale of the Earth, everything is inside, under protection, which is extremely reasonable on all fronts, and then beyond the Earth, everything is somehow turned inside out? To understand the principle of our enslavement on all levels of existence, let's go back to the micro world. From there, we will begin to understand where the deception lies.